Move! Lads, which is better, Sora 2 or VEO 3? And which one is going to get you viral videos?
Alright lads, Sora 2 is blowing up the internet. We have some absolutely insane videos going live right now. Now the big question I have, has Sora 2 dethroned Google's VEO 3? Which, as we all know, is currently the best video AI generator. So today I'm going to put them head to head, going to give them similar scenarios and see which one produces the better video, so that you guys know which AI video generator to use, which will make the most viral videos for social media, and which will produce the highest quality. Anyways, this should be interesting. Let's dive straight into the video. Alright boys, we're going to be heading over to OpenArt to test all this stuff. If we go over to the video section and we go to the text to video section, and as you can see here, you can select a model and you can click Sora 2 or you can click VEO 3, and as you can see, you can turn on the 3.1 models. So this is the newest AI video generators all inside this one tool, which makes it easy for me here because we can literally just switch back in between them and I can keep the same prompt in. So very easy to test this out. The first prompt that I wanted to go into here is something simple: a man cannonballing into a pool. I want to test the physics here. I know Sora is good on physics, but I want to see how this new VEO 3.1 model stands up. So let's go ahead and generate these videos. All right, first up is VEO 3.1. As you can see, we've got a man on a diving board. He's ready to do a cannonball. So let's see what this looks like.
Woo!
Okay, I'll be honest. It felt like he was slow motion there. And this is Sora 2.
That's cold! Cannonball!
As you can see, Sora 2 is just a lot more fluid. It's a lot faster in the way he does it. It feels more natural. It feels like a real video. Whereas VEO 3.1, I'll be honest with you, it looks like he's just slow-moing through the air. I will say as well is I don't think the actual quality, the video quality between Sora 2 and VEO 3 is that drastic. VEO 3.1 is meant to have the best image quality, and right here in this clip, I can't see too much of a difference. But let's go try another prompt. For the next prompt, we've got a reporter narrator in New York asks the man, "What is your biggest problem in life right now?" The man eating a taco says, "When the sauce hits before the bread does." Something daft like that. You know, it tests two different speakers, and it's also going to test the actual video quality generation, so that hopefully he's eating the taco. So let's go with Sora 2 first.
What's your biggest problem in life right now?
When the sauce hits before the bread does.
And then on to VEO 3.
Problem in life right now.
When the sauce hits before the bread does.
So it looks like VEO 3's gone for a bit of a longer approach there. I will say the quality does look better here on VEO 3. But even though the quality looks better, I would argue that the Sora video actually looks more realistic, as in the way he's moving his mouth, the way he's chewing it. It just looks more natural, even though the other one looks better, if that makes sense. So again, I'm going to have to give this round to Sora. I think it's 2-0 to Sora right now. For our next prompt, we've got a Nike advert of a person running in Nike trainers in the rain. The end transition turns into a black screen with a Nike logo. Something like that, you know, like an actual advert. Let's see how they do. So first we've got Sora 2. And then we got VEO 3. Ooh, that's a difficult one. That's a difficult one. I think for this one, they both do a pretty good job. Again, it looks like the Sora 2 video is a bit more realistic, you know, with the actual splashing in the puddles. You know, he's running a bit more naturally. But I'd say the VEO 3 video with the visuals does look better, and I do like how it's highlighted the night tick there, and the transition looks a little bit more natural. But to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm still liking the actual fluidity of Sora on this one. I'm not gonna give a point to either. In fact, they both get a point. It's 3-1 to Sora right now. Right, next we're gonna say create a beautiful movie level quality animation of two swordsmen clashing in an intense duel. You can see the power with each frame and effect. Anime screenshot 4K 24 frames per second. I think this one will be interesting because it's a completely different style. Not realism we're going for here, we're going for anime, and because it's a sword fight, we're going to see some more physics. So I think this will be a really interesting test. First up, we have VEO 3.1. Some cool effects on the swords there. Fire, line. I do like that. It does look, you know, HD. It does look like 4K. It looks like good quality. The physics again though, just a bit weird. Let's see what Sora 2 can cook up. Oh wow. Wow.
You won't break me! We'll see now!
Wow, I mean, just look at the fluidity of these two guys moving, the actual art style here. It looks like an actual anime. The speaking a little bit, the dialogue sounds good. This whole thing were generated in like 2 minutes, by the way. You know, that's crazy that this just generated this insane like little fighting scene in 2 minutes off that prompt. I think that's a clear win for Sora in this regard. Sora 2 is just absolutely clowning VEO 3 right now. I think it's 4-1 to Sora. Alright, next I'm actually going to put myself into this video to see how it handles it. I'm going to say, have this man run away from a massive T-Rex historic forest. And let's see what this one comes up with. Right, so first up is VEO 3.1, and this is what we've got. As you can see, the actual, you know, the forest looks cool, the T-Rex looks cool, but what it's not done is it's not kept my face on the person. Like, it's just not me, is it? Let's be honest. And now that's because VEO 3 is actually really bad at putting faces into different scenes. Upload like a picture of your face and then ask it to recreate a scene. It's gonna struggle. It's gonna struggle. I mean, like, the actual physics and stuff is cool, but you know, we made that with a purpose and it's not done its purpose. Whereas with Sora 2, it has the cameo function built into it.
It's right behind me. Gotta keep moving. Don't stop.
You know, it's clearly me in this footage, and the T-Rex looks cool, the physics looks cool. It's definitely more realistic because it's actually doing what I've asked it to do. It's me. Now, VEO 3, I will argue the quality definitely looks better. You know, it looks more realistic. You know, the fidelity and everything like that is definitely better on VEO 3. It's not done the main job we asked it to. Now, before I slate too much on VEO 3 here, what you can do, and this is the workaround, and this is what people have to do, so I thought I'd mention it, is you can go to something like Google's Nano Banana. You can upload a photo of yourself. In this example, I said this man running away from a T-Rex in a forest. Make sure see the man face close up. So you see here, it's generated as this image of me running away from a T-Rex. Now, if we were to supply this image to VEO 3, it will actually produce us a better result because it's not having to change the scene. It can just animate from there what happens next. So I've thrown this image into OpenArt here and I've kept the exact same prompt. And while this generates, I'm actually going to show you another example from Sora 2, just because I think it's fair. If VEO 3 gets 2 generations, Sora 2 might as well get 2 generations to see what different take it's got on it.
Go, go, go! It's right behind me! Ah! Run faster! Don't stop! Keep running!
This one, you can see it's kind of messing up on the T-Rex physics a little bit, but it's kept my actual face consistency a lot better than the first one. You know, I would say the forest looks a bit more natural as well, but the quality is just not on par with VEO 3 here. You know, like this here, this looks like something straight out of like a 2D PNG moving across the screen. It's not the best. But then you get this scene here, which actually looks pretty decent. So it's a tricky one. All right, so this is what VEO 3's managed to generate with the provided image from Nano Banana. As you can see, it's done a better job at actually keeping the consistency now. Alright, next, let's up the ante a bit and do some more difficult scenes. So this one, we're going to do a continuous shot that begins outside a window, smoothly passes through a glass pane and continues tracking a conversation inside the room. Seamless transition. Alright, first up is Sora 2.
Convince them?
It has to. We've covered every angle, and your research is solid.
I just hope they see it the same way.
They will, trust me.
The implications are vast, stretching back centuries.
But can we truly ignore the contemporary impact of the findings?
We must consider the precedent.
Okay, for that one, clear winner, VEO 3. The quality's better, the actual transition I'd argue is better as well, and there's just more going on in the actual scene, whereas Sora 2, it feels quite bare bones. It feels like an IKEA set piece, basically. It doesn't feel natural, whereas the VEO 3's really gone to town on designing this whole fireplace, this whole books in the background. It looks like an actual livable space, so this one is a winner to VEO 3. Alright, next up, let's do a FPV drone. So a dynamic first-person view FPV drone shot that flies rapidly through the narrow spokes of a rotating Ferris wheel at night without collision. So this is really going to test a lot of stuff here. It's going to test the motion, it's going to test reactivity, it's going to test nighttime scenes. So let's see what we cook up. I think Sora 2 is first. Okay. Cool. VEO 3 next. So VEO 3 almost didn't understand the assignment. It's kind of like videoing the drone instead of actually showing what the drone sees, which is what we asked for. So it's also not really doing too many moves through the Ferris wheel is what we also asked for. So I will say Sora on that regard, it is going through the Ferris wheel, it is moving like an FPV drone, so that one is clearly the winner in that situation. But even though it is the winner, the VEO 3 shot still looks better as in crisp quality. I will say though, for final thoughts on this whole test, Sora 2 is better for videos that you're going to watch on social media. It's better for more realistic videos, you know, like actual ones with motion in it, people running, physics going on. Whereas VEO 3, if you're trying to make a movie, if you're trying to make something cinematic, the quality of those shots are just unreal. But as soon as you try and do some actual motion in these movies, you know, it is going to fail and it's not going to do as well. So they've both got the advantages and disadvantages. But I hope this video has helped you out with the use cases, so you now know which video generator to use. And I'll see you all in the next one.